Hi guys, my name is Dylan and today we are back to another Walk episode and now we are in Bangsar South. Let's go! Okay, so to understand more about Bangsar South, right, we have to look at the map first. Okay, this red color circle, it's actually only Bangsar South, alright? Even for Gateway that we will be visiting later, it belongs to Kerinchi, Southview, Southlink, Novum, it all belongs to Kerinchi. That's why it's freehold. And inside this township area, it's all leasehold. Alright, so a lot of people get lost in Bangsar South. This is very complicated. Alright, so let me just brief you through the map first. So this building where you can see, right, it's actually called the vertical. Alright, so vertical, the reason why it's called vertical is because it's arranged vertically and it's a corporate office and you have some hotels and residents over here. Alright, this one, it's called horizon because it's arranged horizontally. And over here we have some eateries, it's called the sphere. Alright, so office, residents as well a little bit, pure office, eateries, okay, and then there will be a link bridge, right, over at the horizon part that links to Kerinchi. Okay, so where is Bangsar South actually? It's actually just right beside of this federal highway, and if you were to go straight this direction, you'll be reaching PJ, right, Gasing over there, and right further up here will be UM. UM is around this area lah. Alright, okay, and then if you were to go to that direction, it will be Mid Valley. This is Mid Valley KL Eco City direction. That's why it's literally in the center of KL and PJ. So it's a very strategic location. Alright, so this is one of the LRT station, and the other LRT station will be called University Station. It's actually just right beside of KL Gateway. Right, so it's actually linked. And then you have vertical, horizon, sphere, and across the road where it's all link bridge connected, right? There's a place called Nexus. So personally, I invested in an area, one of the condos here, and then it capital appreciated, and the rental is actually very good. And there will be an potential MRT tree here lah. All right. So there are a lot of people that says, "Oh, my project is in Bangsar South." A lot of agents will say that, but actually, it's not really Bangsar South. Like some of them, it's actually in Angkasa Puri. Some of them, it's below. I would say Bangsar South lah. It's at Pantai Hill Park. Some of them at Kampung Pantai Dalam, Pantai Central Park, all that. All of this doesn't belong to Bangsar South. Only the one that it's circled in red, it's actually Bangsar South. Right? So it's a very strategic location where you have easily 2 to 3 MRT stations, LRT stations, and there are a lot of corporate offices, and it's really very nice. So let's check out later. Let's go. Alright, so now we are in the first part of Bangsar South. As you can see, this is actually Nexus. Alright, and overall here are some of the new projects which I personally invested in. Alright, this is Laurel, Goodwood, and then this will be another residence called Camellia, if not mistaken. Okay, and I always mention that Bangsar South is actually, I have a personal bias on this location because first thing, it's a very well-built township, and then I love how center it is in terms of the location-wise. Alright, so first up, we are in the Nexus part because personally, I like this Nexus part is because, right, first thing, if you realize, right, the pedestrian friendliness over here is really very good. Even though it's such a high-dense location, right, you can feel that it's very calm, very serene in such a bustling township to begin with. So I came here to spot check on how is the condition of the new project so far. Seems good, everything. Alright, the pedestrian lane, as you can see what this township is actually doing, right, they actually connect people from that area even with this walkway, the bridge. I believe there will be a covered walkway as well later. It will connect us down straight to this area. And overall, Nexus is not just a normal lifestyle neighborhood mall, it's actually a conference center as well. So there are always some events ongoing in this area. You can see this is the proper pedestrian walkway that I really love. And then there will be a link bridge that links residents, basically using this pathway that I can cross shaded towards the other side, and the other side then allows me to link myself to vertical and horizon, which is over there. Alright, So this part of Bangsar South is definitely the more serene one to begin with. So actually one thing special about this is I can literally work in vertical and then I take the bridge, cross over to Nexus, have my dinner and then walk back home safely, like literally safely. Wow, this is really something that I like. I have a personal bias on this location. But it's really very nice to live in. Like you can look at the landscaping, how well they plan, or the plants. This is another project which has been in the market for I think 2 years or 3 years. Alright, and then this will be a dead end that connects us to another project. So it's actually mountains and mountains of project over here, but likewise it's really very comfortable to live in. And then over there, like mentioned, this will be vertical, right? There will be horizon right behind there, slightly lower, slightly shorter. And then you can see this condo, right? Over here will then be South Link. This is South Link. Over the South Link and South View will be this direction. So later we will check out. So you can see people walking their pets along the road safely. Okay, right? I think it's a pet-friendly area. Really very nice, very cool. And then let's head on to Nexus and we'll see what is inside the mall first. As compared to the previous episode that I walked in Jalan Kiara 3 in Mont Kiara, right? This part, it's what stands out a little bit compared to that. Of course, some may debate it's a different location, it's a different jalan, but likewise, it's actually still very comfortable, very convenient for people to walk around in this area. And being so high dense, right, in the middle of KL and PJ, it's like Bukit Damansara level of peacefulness for me. Right, the cars coming up and down is not that many as compared to, you know, the Kerinchi part of Bangsar South. So initially this is where we started. This is Nexus, alright. There will be a medical center over here. So I'm not too sure what medical center it is, but as long as there is a medical center here, then it solves a lot of problem because emergency may happen. Alright, let's check out Nexus now. We are entering the mall and now we can see there are some childcare center right here. Okay, I think this is a fertility center and this will be the medical center. CGI. Sengil, I think, Sengil. Okay, so this is the medical center. Basically, most of the medical center thingy are, you know, at higher level. And then this will be the convention center above at level 2. Now we're at level 1. So you see some of the cuisine, some of the TCMs, dental clinic, everything will be here. So let's check out. So I'm basically giving every one of y'all who is watching a guide like how to walk from the condos over there to your office and even to LRT station. So if you do like this video, right, do like, share and subscribe, and we'll see how it goes. So this will be the overall directory, alright. So you can see there are some restaurants over here, some beauty and wellness thingy, some dentology over here, okay, some mobile shop, everything lah, basically everything. Mostly it's dining, right? You can see there's booths, there is some Chinese food, there is some Japanese food, Western, local food, like literally everything you can get. Even ATM is also here. Alright, so now we are in level 1, right? So level 1 actually connects us to vertical. So I will let you all see this road here is actually, you can cross over but don't cross over, it's illegal, okay? There is a link bridge, don't worry, there's a link bridge for us from level 1 that links us to vertical over there, alright? And downstairs here will be the main, I would say, eateries that we have, I think Starbucks, you have Boost, you have Hockey, you have some of the drinking places, all in Nexus. So literally you can gout in everything. And I purposely chose weekends to come over because weekdays here it's basically packed with people. Alright, so you can see there, over there, the shorter one is actually Horizon. Alright, and near below there, here, this one is Sphere, and this is Horizon. And we are now crossing the bridge to vertical. Wow, it's as if I'm a tour guide in Bangsar South. Wow. And then over there, this direction that goes straight up, you can turn left to PJ, you turn right to Mid Valley, and then there will be a LRT station, University station over there. So if you realize, right, I think just this earlier part of the video, you can actually notice that even though it's a very bustling, very high density area, but then the greenery part, because it's a very well planned township, the greenery part here, it's really, I think, very well planned. That's one thing. Second thing will then be the pedestrian friendliness. Right, pedestrian friendliness in this area is not just an outdoor where there is pathway. It's even covered walkway, even link bridge that links us to another part, which we are now at vertical. Right, so it's almost similar with Nexus. Okay, so connectivity checked, commercial elements and shopping mall checked, offices checked, and then we see greeneries. So greeneries, it's definitely not those lush forest reserve greenery, not in Bangsar South, but in Kampung Pandai Dalam, yes. But then if you're talking in Bangsar South, no, there isn't. But then it has those proper landscaping that all of us like because it's very organized and there are maintenance work to it. People are trimming the grass, people are cutting off trees if it's endangering the pedestrians, right? So greeneries, I think it's definitely checked as well. Personally, I like it, but some may not because it may be too commercialized in a sense. So now, you see, just now, just by walking, right, I can link us to the sphere. So the sphere, it's mainly another eatery part. Okay, and this is a proper link bridge. Just imagine if you are not working in Bangsar South, say you are staying in Bangsar South, but you need to take a train, right? And sometimes the train, you come back at night, 8, 9 something or 10 something, right? It's a very perfectly safe area to walk. I may not be biased, it seems like I'm the owner. It seems like I built this, but no, how I wish I would. How I wish I built this area. But it's really very well planned. I really love this area. Like at night, you can just walk here peacefully. The wind is actually very breezy. Lights are on, CCTV always on. So it's very safe for your kids or you yourself to walk alone. Yeah. And now we have entered the sphere. Alright, so this is the higher level. Alright, we'll check out the lower level because the sphere mainly it's like 90+% eateries and some convenience stores over here. Like check out, it's actually very Instagrammable actually. So this is the main, I would say the lobby of the sphere. Just take a look at, I keep repeating, but it's really how safe. You can see police is over there. You have, greeneries. You have red brick road. Then there is a pedestrian walkway all over there. And now we are in the sphere, and right opposite will then be horizon. Alright, so if I were to take that direction, go straight down, I'll be reaching their central park, and then I'll be reaching the LRT Kerinchi station. Over there, direction will then be LRT University station. But before we head over there, first let's check out the eateries in the sphere. Let's go. So convenience store here, some of the cafes there. Basically a lot of al fresco style of dining, right? And now it's just past Lantern Festival, so there are decorations, right? So then some of you may say, oh, you know what, it's all expensive food. Where is the cheap food? Where is the cheaper grocer? You have Aeon Max Value, right? And you have a food court inside here as well. So it's not the most affordable one, but definitely if you were to cook, it's actually very nice, right? So this is a floor below the sphere. I think this is basically LG floor, if not mistaken. Alright. So even here you have extra more eateries. You have some Aeon Wellness, alright. Optical shop again. Paong Cha Ji. Some of the snacks. Beauty center, right? So yeah, basically it's perfect. It's really perfect, and you have ATM station here as well. Okay, then a lot of people's main scary part about Bangsar South is very messy, right? It's very confusing because once you enter a car park, then suddenly, where is my car? If you cannot find a car parking, you go round and round. Suddenly you reach horizon. How do I go up? Everything is very messed up, right? Actually, the car parks one thing about the car parks here, it's all connected. So, like now you can see we are at the sphere. Alright, this is the sphere. Then if you were to go to this direction, okay, this direction, we are crossing the main road just now, where the lobby is, we are crossing the main road. We are now at horizon. So it's like you go here, it's horizon. You go to that direction, it's vertical. So for those who has a lesser sense of direction, right, don't worry, just go up to ground floor. Whatever it is, you are at which car park, just go up to the ground floor, then you will know where you are, right? Because I myself have been stuck in this maze, I would say. So yeah, just go up to the ground floor. As I mentioned, go straight to vertical. Alright, go straight to vertical, turn right here will be horizon already. Okay, so now we have visited the first part of Nexus, alright? Then we cross the bridge to the sphere, and now let's head over to horizon to see how it links to the LRT station. Oh yeah, some of you all may say, oh, you know what, raining, if I were to walk from the sphere or whatever, right, it's not covered. That's why the car parks are connected, so you can walk at the car park to link you from sphere to vertical to horizon to the LRT station. So actually, if you know the way, it's literally all covered. So then coming up from the car park, remember just now the car park, just now we were there, we were here. So now we just cross the road, then you'll reach horizon already. Okay? So you'll see how well built this township is. Like this is considered the back alley of horizon, and you have CCTVs, right? These are very important for people because this township, right, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it a very walkable, very safe zone. So that's why I think having all of this is very important. And it's one of the most successful township. Yeah, it's really one of the most successful strata township where even the buildings, right, all here, it's all stratified. You have all these glass windows, buildings. And then I kind of feel like it's a little bit in like Korea kind of tone. I don't know why. Do let me know why I feel so. Because I think because of the arrangement and everything. If the weather is like colder, right? Lucky best. So now we are in horizon, and this is normally where people get lost because every road seems the same. Because since it's a stratified building, stratified township, right? Every road seems the same. So how do I know where is the LRT station? You find the signboard, which is here. Alright? So there will be a 7-Eleven here. Okay, this is 7-Eleven. And right beside, you can see a police bantuan. And there's a signboard that says Kerinchi LRT station. And there's a bridge. There's a auxiliary police over there, which is by the developer, I believe hired by them. And then there will be another link bridge that links us to Kerinchi. Actually, this bridge, right, passes through Federal Highway. So now we are actually crossing the bridge that is passing through the Federal Highway, and you can see there are still a lot of barren land in Kerinchi, Bangsar South area. I'm not sure if the mic can catch, but the LRT just arrived. Okay, it's definitely not a short walk. Don't expect like 200-300 meters, but the overall experience of walking with all the greeneries, greeneries here, all the greeneries, right, that you see, it's actually kind of peaceful. Of course, I know weekdays will be packed this area, but then overall the experience, I think it's very nice, and CCTVs all operating. Alright, so now we are actually at the Kerinchi part where this is actually Novum, then behind there you have South Link, South View, and KL Gateway Mall. Alright, it will all be in this direction. So actually just now, if you can recall, I might sound like an old man, but if you can recall, we walked from Nexus, alright, we walk past Sphere, we walk past Horizon. Then we have actually reached the Kerinchi side of things. Then now we are walking over to the train station, which is across the Federal Highway. So this will be the ever-bustling toll-free highway, right? So that's why there is a bridge that connects us to the train station. And I do believe that that part of the walkway, everything, it's by the effort of developer. Okay, so yeah, it's they're really thoughtful. They thought about all the problems by, you know, the ones who will be using here. And yeah, you can see the jam. I mean, not the jam, the traffic, the noises. I think that's one cons about staying near Bangsar South, near the highways. It's very convenient, but then the noise pollution is next level. So we have now crossed the bridge, and there will be the LRT station right down there. So, and I won't be walking over there because it's just right down there, and I need to pay to enter. Okay, and some of y'all may say, but it's so far to walk, I don't want to walk. How to solve this problem? The developer, if not mistaken, has provided a shuttle bus that brings people to another station, which is the KL Gateway station. Because the KL Gateway station is like literally just beside, you don't have to cross the road, it's literally just beside the Bangsar South, or it's, some people may say it's part of Bangsar South. Okay, so there is a shuttle bus that brings us to Horizon, to Vertical, to Sphere, to Nexus, and to KL Gateway University Station. Right, so it's like within there. If you don't want to walk, it's okay. You take the shuttle bus, and the shuttle bus is always on time. And since there is this empty land right here, right, I wonder if any developers will be taking over to build another condo. Like the one of the main thing about Bangsar South is a lot of people say, oh, it's very high dense. But I think that no matter how high dense it is, the offices are always here. The job opportunities are always here, which leads to the rental is always very strong. Right? So there are a lot of small size units in this area, and then those translate into quite a high rental yield to begin with. And if not mistaken, right, I think Southlink and Novum was selling at around 800-900 PSF previously, 800 plus, I think so, when it was launched. And then when it got VP, when we take keys ready, I think it went up to as high as 1,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't really checked the recent transaction, but it's around there. And then the rental, like I said, is quite strong. So yeah, congrats for those who bought Southlink, Southview, and Novum. Like you can see just now that I mentioned, there is a covered walkway. I think this will be the parking side of things. Right? If you enjoy the sun in the morning, you can go upstairs. Right? If you don't, or it's raining, you can go downstairs. So everything is well thought of. You can see this is one of the bus station, right? The shuttle bus. And then you can see where it connects us to. Okay? There is one university, which is the one at KL Gateway, at the Kerinchi side. And these are all the other stations that links us, and there will be a schedule here. So the latest will be 8 p.m, the earliest will be 8 p.m, and the interval is 30 minutes. Quite good. So back to where I am now, it's Horizon. Again, pedestrian walkway, again, greeneries, connectivity I briefly mentioned. Yeah, I think just in the video, I roughly tick few things already. My criteria in buying an own stay area. Oh yeah, one more thing to mention, right? All these glass buildings are it's actually office buildings, and then the occupancy rate over here, it's very high, because last time, right, during, you know, in the 90s or in the 2000s, right, it's very popular for big banks or big businesses to own a tower or to buy the whole floor. But then ever since, you know, people are downsizing everything, right, then suddenly buying the whole tower is a waste, because you don't really need so many manpower in the office. So they changed to box sizes offices, meaning to say in a one floor, I split into 10 units, you can rent that particular unit only. Like, so there are a lot of tech companies are actually in Bangsar South as well, because it's MSC status, meaning to say businesses who set up here can get tax rate cut, if not mistaken. So do check with the auditors or accountants or tax advisors on this, because I'm not in this field. But if not mistaken, yeah, they do get tax rebates. Okay, so walking from there just now, the LRT station, this will be horizon, right down there will be sphere. Passing through this road will then be vertical, which the buildings are actually higher. And this is, if not mistaken, according to them, it's actually an award-winning Central Park. Yeah, so it's very nice. It's very zen as well. And by walking through this direction, it links us to the Kerinchi part, which is just across the road. This is the Kerinchi part of things really. Water features really gives a lot of plus point for aesthetically purposes and feng shui purposes. Yeah, it's really nice. And I think this is one of the most comfortable walk ever, because I did it in evening time. Wow, very nice. And just look at the amount of offices here. Big offices, tech companies, all those renowned one is actually all over in this area. Nice. So for vertical, it's roughly the same. It's corporate offices as well. And even on Sundays, people are actually working, right? So we don't disturb them. And let's head on to Kerinchi side, which is actually linked with the car park area. I would say half linked lah. Alright, so let's go. This is the lift to the car park. So then taking the lift from vertical, we will be arriving here. Alright, so this is then not so friendly because for now, even though it's just right beside, it's not really linked. And I hear there will be a link bridge that connects from here to the other side, but I'm not too sure when it will be built because there will be another new office tower here by the same developer. So one thing about master planner township, right, is by the same developer. It's very organized. I know what will be coming in this plot of land, that plot of land. I know when is a VP area, a VP time. I know what is the element of the land beside me, so you can guesstimate already. Alright, so it's very special, and I think it's quite difficult to be a master township planner. Right, so now we are walking over to the Kerinchi side. Alright, and normally on weekdays, cars will be fully parked along the roadside here, but then because there is not many people who is working now, it's perfectly okay. And the road condition then over here is not that comfortable to begin with lah. Alright, just now we were at the bridge over there, so we were talking, then this is a Novum. Alright, then this will be South Link, if not mistaken, this is South Link, yes. And there will be a school here, a government school. And fun fact, right, for people who don't know, actually Bangsar South is, a lot of people say it's Kampung Kerinchi. Yes, it was Kampung Kerinchi and it's still Kampung Kerinchi. Because initially it was a lot of older apartments, and then this developer took over. Then they started building these high-end offices and of course residential areas. Then they compensate those residents over here with a newly built condo, if not mistaken. And of course they preserve the school here. Alright, so this is South View, South Link, Novum. Okay, so all of this, right, has a very high rental return because it's actually linked. Just right beside there will be LRT station, and then going straight, this road will be linking us to a mall called KL Gateway. Despite it's not as pedestrian friendly as the Nexus part of things, there are still many people walking, alright, and it's not covered lah, but then at least there is. Okay, and then this will be Kerinchi residents, right? This will be the one that is compensated by the developer for those who are staying over here. And this is KL Gateway Premium Residence, which is bigger size. Alright, and then further down will be Menara Swiss Cap, which is where KL Gateway is. So now let's head on to the shopping mall at KL Gateway, a neighborhood mall. So we have two malls here, Nexus, Sphere a little bit, and then KL Gateway. I'm not too sure if you can see, but this road there is the new highway called SP Highway that connects us to KLCC. right? Currently, you still don't have to pay toll lah for that, right? And then, if the original one will then be Kerinchi Link, a Sprint Highway, will be using this route. If not, then you'll be using the other one. So it's more convenient. So basically, just by walking, right, we can see that there are a lot of highways to connect us from Bangsar South. Even though a lot of people may say it's jammed, but because it's really surrounded by multiple major highways, and it connects from PJ to KL, and PJ is mostly very residential area ma. So yeah, I think that's a give and take lah, generally. Look at that. Look at this. I think this will be the old school. I think they haven't really dismantled it, but it's definitely not tended for some time. This will be the old school, and I believe the new one that I mentioned that they preserve, it's the new part, and this will be the old school lah. Yeah, kudos to the developer lah. They are preserving things, and they are giving back to the community as well by building back a newer condos for those residents who are staying existingly over here. Actually, the initial or the original residents who are staying in Kampung Kerinchi, the buildings, is slightly older, but then it's still situated in a very bustling and very central location. So if they are keeping the original form of this township, okay, and then there will be the most expensive condo in Bangsar South, the estate. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of a very special mixture of older apartments with the high-end ones. Okay, and just right opposite of, just around this Kampung Kerinchi area, we have now arrived at KL Gateway. So KL Gateway, I assume, just by looking at the retails, right, it's definitely better than Nexus. I think Nexus has quite limited choices, but for KL Gateway, there are more franchise stores over here. Like you have KFC earlier, you have Mi Xue, you have Burger King, right? Some of the food store, Bungkus Kau Kau, everything is actually just here. You know, one thing I really love about Malaysians, right, is our friendliness. Like just now, I cannot find where is the road that links me to the LRT station. I just randomly asked a staff who is working in a food store. He said, "Oh, just enter through H&M and you can see." And I don't understand actually initially, but after her showing the way, I know it's actually through this road. So wow, you see, Malaysia is actually so friendly. So now we are in H&M, and then wow, really, it's literally passing through H&M. And then this will be the university station, and there will be another way to Menara Swiss Cap, right? Then this is the Federal Highway. Just now we were there. If you go straight here, then you'll reach Gasing, reach PJ. Further down, then it will be UM and Bangsar. So again, linking from, even though just now outside it's slightly not covered, you know, from the pathway I walked, but then, you know, back to LRT station, it's always a covered walkway over here, right? So it's really nice. So far, so good. There are some parts that is not covered, it's okay. Oh yeah, a lot of you will be asking like, why Bangsar South? Why rental is so good, right? I think the most important thing is the LRT station. The LRT line is actually Kelana Jaya line. So what is Kelana Jaya line? It's one of the oldest LRT lines in KL, and it actually links you directly to KLCC. So then a lot of people actually who are staying in Bangsar South is actually working at KLCC as well. And then a lot of people are actually just coming over to Bangsar South using Kerinchi station or the university station. I think that's one of the reasons why the rental here is so high in demand, and then the prices of property here is actually so expensive. Alright, I didn't went to the LRT station because it's very similar to the Kerinchi one, but basically that's the gist about it. So if you can recall, again, from Nexus, we have went to Sphere, went to Horizon, right? Went to the Kerinchi station, then we came out to the vertical, and then to KL Gateway, and then to University Station. So it's actually, everything is interlinked, just whether you want to walk only or not. If you don't, then you can take the shuttle bus or the public bus as well. And so smart of H&M. They always, I think they did something quite similar with the Pavilion Lot 10 part, where you have to go through H&M, I think, to the MRT station. And then for this, it's the same thing. You have to go through H&M to reach the LRT station. So no matter how people look-see the clothes inside. Very smart. So just a quick look at KL Gateway. Basically, the shops up there may be quite quiet, and mostly it's just down there. This is a typical scenario in Malaysia's shopping mall. I think in shopping mall in general, where food stores are actually more, there are more clients over here. More people who eating, not clients. Alright, and I think that sums up the whole walk in Bangsar South. Okay, so let's talk about the 5 main points that we're looking at. Right, the first point, we're looking at connectivity. Connectivity in terms of walking to LRT station, or in terms of train station, is actually very convenient as well, because this train station of Kelana Jaya line connects us to major locations. For example, KLCC, you can go Ampang Park, you can go Kerinchi, or you can go back to PJ. You know, everything is just using this LRT station. So connectivity wise, and then by car, you have Old Klang Road, you have Federal Highway that links you to Klang, the furthest, right? And then you can go MPE, you can go Kerinchi, you can go SPE, right? So there are so many highways just surrounding this area. Basically, it's in the middle of KL and PJ, but then it's KL address, so foreigners can buy if it's $1 million and above. And then the second thing about the things I'm looking at in an area will be, first will be connectivity, second will be office. Right, office here is in abundance. Literally, we walked at Menara Swisscap, we saw Horizon, we saw Vertical, like all of these, right, it's actually all offices. Then the third thing that we're looking at will be shopping malls or commercial elements, which is in abundance as well. This shopping mall, you don't expect the Mid Valley kind, but we are just actually across, opposite is actually just Mid Valley already. So I think this commercial and shopping mall element is checked as well. Last but not least, it will be the pedestrian friendliness, right? Pedestrian friendliness, then in Nexus or Horizon Vertical, it will be 10 out of 10, definitely, even 11 out of 10. But if at the Kerinchi side, then things will be slightly lackluster, because it's actually not, it's not really part of the Bangsar South Township planning to begin with. It's actually just beside. So of course the developer and the government has tried their best to really link things up. As you know, in Kerinchi side, it's not all by the same developer who built this one, compared to in Bangsar South, it's by one developer, but in Kerinchi side, there are multiple developers. So when you have many parties involving, some may not want to link things up, some may want to. Alright, so overall, is this a very nice place to stay in? Yes. Is this a perfect hybrid investment where you can stay here comfortably, or you can invest here with a more lucrative ROI? Yes, right? And that's the reason why the project that I bought in, you know, it went up in price by around 170 ringgit per square feet, right? If not mistaken. So overall, buying below market value is very important. So we must check the surrounding market value, and sometimes developers do sell below market value if the sentiment is not good. So I think that's all for this episode. It's more on like me touring around, like really like a proper tour guide. Because a lot of people say that, even my parents say that Bangsar South is very messy, very complicated. But if you were to understand Bangsar South, right, it's actually very well organized. Just that all the buildings is all stratified, all same design, and that's the reason why it may seem a bit you may be lost, especially if you are first time coming over here, right? So for those of y'all who have friends or family members who are always lost in Bangsar South, do share this video to them. And that's all for this video. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. My name is Dylan. Bye bye. Oh, now I have to walk back from KL Gateway to Nexus. It's a bit far, but that's the purpose of the video. See you. Bye. Toot. I haven't found a toot, Ivan.